What's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, we back at it with another breakdown and prediction. IBF, WBA titles on the line. Unified champion, Danny Roman, man out of California, Los Angeles, California. Super Bantamweight champion, unified, man got two straps. He's going to be putting his line and his record of 27 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, I believe 10 KOs versus an up and coming, what is he, bronze medalist or silver medalist? I believe bronze medalist, MJ Akmadaliev or Murodjon Akmadaliev, guy out of Uzbekistan. If you know anything about Uzbekistan, I've been covering them. Check out my channel. You know why? Because I was watching these guys from the 2016 Olympics. They had a strong clash, you know what I mean? Hassan Boy Dusmatov, Gearsov, Murodjon Akmadaliev. They got fighters coming out of them parts of the world. Do not sleep. Remember where you heard it first. Not today. I was talking about them from 2016 when I was doing, when I was covering the 2016 Olympics, you know what I mean? Now this guy they call MJ Akmadaliev. I got to check him out, see what he's about, see what type of fighting style he has. And these guys pros they got a strong amateur background. I believe this guy, excuse me, I believe, man, so I'm sorry, man, it's about midnight over here, East Coast time, you know what I mean? Doing this video right quick before I hit the sack, because I know I'm going to be mad busy tomorrow. Even though I'm going to still try to do some videos tomorrow, but I already got my day planned. And if all goes well, it'll be a nice, it's going to be a nice day, you know what I mean? So let's get into this, man, breakdown and prediction, man. Both guys are about 5'5". I'm not sure the reach of the Uzbeki, MJ Akmadaliev, but I know Danny Roman is about 68 inch, reach advantage, you know what I mean? Danny Roman, man, he's a guy that, I made a video the other weekend about cool boy Steph Felton from North Philly, you know what I mean? Will he be the next great American champion? I'm not gonna lie, man. Big ups to my man Naota, man. He reminded me of Danny Roman, you know what I mean? Now, Danny Roman's been out the ring for a very long time. It's almost approaching, I think he's been out the ring since last year, sometime in the spring, maybe March or April, okay? When he became a unified champion, you know what I mean? The man's been out the ring for a long time with the injured shoulder. When they first thought it was tendonitis, then they realized that they tore something. I know all about that, man. I tore my rotator cuff. It ain't been the same since. I ain't never gone to surgery or nothing, man. I just did some home remedy medication, type of, you know, rehabilitation, you know what I mean? It's not 100%, but that's neither here nor there, man. I could make a whole video about my torn rotator cuff. But Ahmed Aliyev, man, like I said, man, 7-0, 6 KOs. Fast tracking him, just like Gearsov. Just like that one Uzbeki guy who fought Mario Barrios, who I thought that fight was either a draw or the guy from Uzbekistan won, you know what I mean? These guys are players in the game to be recognized with, and they fast tracking them, you know what I mean? 350 career amateur bouts, over 100 KOs for the man. For the man MJ. So he's not new to this, you know what I mean? Even though he isn't quite a pro like the man Danny Roman, you know what I'm saying? So, Danny Roman, man, he's a guy who puts his punches together, you know what I mean? So at times, he got a vicious left hook. He got mean left hooks to the body, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he could be out of position and sometimes be winging shots, you know what I mean? And that's where I think a guy like MJ could take advantage, you know what I'm saying? From the southpaw stance. He got a nice right uppercut, you know what I mean? He got a nice, beautiful 1-2, you know what I'm saying? You check it. He also has a mean looping left, I'm sorry, right hook from the southpaw stance. You know what I mean? And he does what any guy from them parts, regions of the world, at least guys like Triple G, my guy Dimitri Pirog, you know what I mean? The first guy to defeat Danny Jacobs. They don't switch stances. They do what we call shifting. You know what I mean? Shifting their feet from southpaw to an orthodox stance to cut off the distance, and before you know it, a looping right or left hook or any shots that get the opponent closer. I'm sorry, the intended target. Any shots to get closer to the intended target. You know what I mean? To you know ultimately obliterate them. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that this guy I noticed does well. MJ Akmadaliev, you know what I mean? He's very good at shifting from the southpaw stance when he closes the distance. He's a master at dictating range, you know what I mean? He's going to want to stay from the outside, pumping his jab, you know what I'm saying? Disguising his jab from the southpaw stance as a mean looping right hook, you know what I mean? It's going to be a battle of foot position in this fight, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people high on this MJ kid, you know what I mean? A lot of people think he's going to come out with the victory. I think this is a 50-50 fight off the strength that the man Danny Roman hasn't been in the ring for a long time, you know what I mean? You check it. But both guys, there's plenty of opportunities for both guys to win this fight. You know what I mean? None of these guys, both guys are gonna swim and they both gonna get wet. Ain't none of them defensive geniuses. That's one thing for sure. Two things for sure. At times, Danny Roman's the type of guy who will take a punch to give punches back. You know what I mean? But Danny Roman, in my opinion, has seen a whole lot of styles as far as these type of styles. You know what I mean? I haven't quite really seen him in there with a slick boxer. But even a guy like what's his name? TJ Doheny, man. TJ Doheny, I believe like in round 4, round 7, he was giving Danny Roman work. At one point, he even looked like he dropped Danny Roman. They didn't call it as a knockdown. Danny Roman dropped him twice, you know what I'm saying? But, this guy is not a defensive maestro. In my opinion, neither is MJ, Akmadaliev, you know what I mean? So the opportunities for uppercuts from both guys is there. You know what I mean? The guy, what's his name? Danny Roman. He got a beautiful straight right, and he got an overhand right over the jab. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to use that. He just came from fighting a southpaw himself in his last fight. Danny Roman beating T.J. Doheny in the unification. So the looping right hand is going to be of consequences, and he's going to have to throw that right hand. And this left hook to the liver, and left hook to the head, and his left uppercut, to me, are Danny Roman's best punches. You know what I mean? Of course, he's a right-handed puncher. At some point, sometime, he's going to have to throw a right hand. But the traps that he sets, you know what I'm saying, to throw that right, to deliver them left hooks is a thing of beauty. And I think that he's gonna have to demonstrate that he's gonna have to put his foot, the foot position, you know what I'm saying? And he's gonna have to time this guy, you know what I mean? Especially with straight right hands down the pipe, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good fight, you know what I mean? Like I said, a true 50-50 fight. A lot of people are favoring the Uzbeki guy, especially with the guy being the younger guy, and in these little guy weight classes, fellas don't really there's not you know, that's like Chocolatito in his early 30s. He's considered ancient and or grandfather in these little weight classes. You know what I mean? You check it, especially a guy like Chocolatito has over 40 something fights, 46 fights in his career. You know what I mean? Now Danny Roman is at about 30 fights. You know what I mean? 27 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. That's about 30 fights. You check it, but that's why I consider this a 50-50. He has been out the ring for a while. This what do you call him? MJ kid. He's on fire right now. You know what I mean? 7-0, 6 KOs. You know, his last couple opponents Um, I seen him fight a guy named Carlos Carlson, and he stopped him on his feet. You know what I mean, with some mean punches. You know, I seen him fight a guy named Isaac Zarate as well. I didn't get to see his last fight. I'm not sure if it was televised or what. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I did. I think maybe I have, because maybe the first time I saw this kid as a pro on his pro debut was on the World Boxing Super Series card. Which card I can't remember. But I think that the guy Mujahideen might get overwhelmed on the inside. That's one aspect of his fight game that I'm not sure if he's I haven't seen that yet. You know what I mean? Can he fight on the inside? You know what I'm saying? To me, when I've seen him, when he has get tangled up on the inside with any fighters, he tends to just hold and hasn't doesn't really let his hands go. And that's something I would think Danny Roman is going to take advantage of. You know what I mean? And check it, Danny Roman's a good inside fighter. You know what I mean? Both guys are about the same height, but the pressure fighter, in my opinion, will be Danny Roman. You know, the MJ is a good fighter as far as dictating the pace, closing the distance. You know what I mean? He can fight from the outside, and when he has an opponent hurt, he definitely closes the distance with his shifting of his feet, and he can overwhelm an opponent. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's faced any opponents like the man Danny Roman yet in his career. You check it. Not to mention the experience. You know what I mean? In the pro game, you know what I mean? Sure, this guy's 350 career amateur fights, but I think Danny Roman has the edge slightly in in the professional ranks. You know what I mean? And I think Danny Roman has the type of pressure, the type of shots that could, that could end fights in the professional ranks. He has only 10 KOs, but look how he busted out that man, TJ Dahoney, who's a tough dude, man. Dude was leaking out the nose, looking like Rockman versus Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? Man got bodied with body shots. You check it. You know, he got caught with some body shots that put the man on the canvas. You know what I mean? So, um, Akmadaliev, yes, he has 7 stoppages and he's looking good out there. But I'm slightly going to favor this win for the man, um, the guy from Los Angeles, man, Danny Roman. You know what I mean? I won't be surprised one bit if MJ can get it done. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta see him fight on the inside, and I want to see what happens when he gets in the trenches. You know what I mean? He also sometimes can throw wide shots, especially when he thinks he has an opponent hurt. And both guys do that too, but I think MJ does it a little more, where there's opportunities for them uppercuts. Like I said, Akmadaliev's right uppercut and Danny Roman's left uppercut and left hook to the liver. I just think he has a little bit more tools right now in his professional boxing game than does the Uzbeki guy. But like I said, the Uzbeki guy's on the rise. Ryabinski out there from Russia. He got a lot of these fighters over here in the United States, you know what I mean? Getting it done over here in the States, fighting over here in USA, based in USA. They got a Russian manager. I can't remember his name right about now. And it ain't Igis Klimas. He's not the only power broker from them sides of the world. Russia, you know what I mean? But the Uzbekis, man, they got a good class, you know what I mean? And don't be surprised if these guys are the future of boxing. It's not by surprise that 4 years later, from 2016 now to 2020, now they coming of age. You know what I mean? Now you're starting to recognize them. Now they're competing for world championships at about 7-0. You know what I'm saying? So this guy right here is trying to do something that only one man has done in boxing history in around his eighth fight, and that is to become a unified champion. Only one man has done that in his eighth fight, and that was Leon Spinks when he beat Muhammad Ali. So we shall see, man. If MJ Akmadaliev, man, I did another video on the guy Shohan John Irgashev. He's a guy from out there too, man. Got over 1 million followers on his Instagram. Follows nobody. He's a superstar in his country. We don't know him here in USA. I know him because I follow the Crunk Gym and anybody that Sugar Hill and these guys in the Crunk Gym are training. You know what I mean? And this guy's a major fighter, man. He's a serious dude at 140. You know what I mean? So I'll be looking forward to this fight we got coming up. It's not even this weekend, man. They fighting on a Thursday, man. I don't like them Thursday fights, man. I do other stuff on Thursdays. I'll be watching basketball and be on TNT. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna pay attention to it because there's world title fights on the line. And if you know B Marsh Boxing, if there's any world title fights happening on my television screen, I'm not watching nothing else except world title fights. What? I'm gonna watch a regular season basketball game over a world title fight? I think's not. You know what I mean? So B Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about this fight. MJ Akmadaliev versus Danny Roman for the unified WBA and IBF Super Bantamweight titles. The guy, what's his name? Danny Roman says he wants the unification if he gets through this fight. Wants a unification next with Navarrete. He said he's been trying to fight Navarrete ever since Navarrete became a world champion. We should hopefully we can make that fight happen. I mean, the Zone did. The Zone and Top Rank got together for Maurice Hooker versus what's that Hispanic guy's name? Maurice Hooker versus the Ramirez guy, right? Guy 140 pounds, you know what I mean? You know who I'm talking about, WBC, WBO champion, you know? So they definitely need to make that happen, you know what I mean? Ray Vargas was a Golden Boy fighter. He never got the unification with Danny Roman. I guess he got tired of waiting. He's now over with PBC. They are fighters over there on the PBC, 122-pound side, but there's no world champion. So we shall see. B Marsh Boxley, your thoughts and comments. I'm out of here. Let me know who you guys think gonna win this fight. I got Danny Roman winning this fight via possibly a split decision. You know what I mean? Possibly a split decision, maybe majority decision. If it is a unanimous decision, it's gonna be nothing less than 7 rounds to 5. 115, 113, and I'm out of here. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe and leave your thoughts and comments. And if you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Peace.